Hello. Welcome to episode 3 of Deb's Artsy Life. I want to show you my studio, and I purposely did not clean it up. 1, because I don't like to clean up, and 2, because I wanted you to see what it's usually like, okay? So like here is a towel on the door so that the dog can be dried off when we come in from outside, which is here. So anyway, here's some artwork that I did on the walls. There's our beautiful kitchen, which I'll show you in another episode. And some paintings that I bought for my husband, Jim. I can't remember the artist. Oh gosh. Anyway, these are my Whimsical Watercolor Blooms. I want to do a little flip through here. And I don't know how that just did when I turned the camera around. I'm new to this. And I'm just kind of winging it. But this is one of my first Whimsical Watercolor Blooms. And that's just what I ended up calling them because they're whimsical, they're watercolor, and they're blooms. So it just made sense. But I just want to show you, I think these are so happy and bright, and they're so therapeutic to do. This is a crazy page I did. But let me tell you how this all came about. I'm gonna go through this first and show you a few of these, and then I'm gonna switch the camera and talk to you for a minute. So I want to show you what I use. They start out with these spouncers. That's what they're called. You can buy them at Walmart, spouncer. And they come in different sizes, and it's just basically a sponge on a stick. Okay, so I just was walking through Walmart, and I found these, and I just saw them, and I thought, And so that's what these start out with. I just put watercolor on those sponges and stamp a circle, okay? And then from there grows this doodled abstract flower design and layers of bright colors. Okay? A quote by C.S. Lewis: "Don't think less of yourself, just think of yourself less." I need to live by that more and more. So anyway, here are just some of the first pages I did. And you see the spouncer circles. I just spaced them out in a decent looking composition and just went crazy. Look at this one. I love it. I love it. I mean, if you can look at that without being happy, then you are a sad person indeed. I don't know, those colors. It's all about the color and the layers. Okay, that one's a little nuts. Let's just skip past it. Here's another one. It's a little calmer. What gets me is they're all different. No matter how many I do, they're all different. That one I cut up at some point. Then I get into more craziness. I'll just do a flip through here. Down by the river. Another one. And I've added gel pen, watercolor. But I'm going to show you how I do this. This one's with Tombow markers. Watercolor markers. Wait a minute. Okay, that one's a little... It's one of the later ones. I like this one. Okay, that one's just a little too crazy. There's a crazy one. It's not Whimsical Watercolor Blooms necessarily. It doesn't start with the spouncer. Those are Tombow markers. Look at that. Ooh, how fun. And this has even got some acrylic paint on it. Here's another one of the with the spouncers. Ooh, look at that. And it started with one of these spouncers in a small size. Oh, it's just so much fun to do. ignore the Dixie Blooms. It's a name that an artist friend of mine gave me that just didn't stick. It just didn't work for me. But I used it for a while. Anyway, look at that. Oh, just look at that. I love them. I love doing these, guys. It makes me so happy. Look at these colors. There I put a, I don't know, I guess that was off an orange. Now those started out with a spouncer but didn't become flowers. I don't like this one. It's got acrylic paint in it. This is not one of them. That one's too wild. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so enough of that. Let me switch the camera around if I can. Okay, so what did I switch the camera around for? I can't remember. Oh, well, I don't need to switch the camera around. I want to show you my studio. Okay, here we go. So, as you can see, I have a plethora of colored pencils, which I love, although I don't work with them as much as you'd think based on how many I have. And then here's my collection of Tombos. Okay, so you see the beautiful windows and table. And then over here, well, this is my third thing to hold my cell phone to do tutorials. Hopefully I'll use it in a minute. These are all my markers. This whole thing is full of markers, Prismacolor. And then all my different supplies. And here's my latest Whimsical Watercolor Blooms. Okay, so I'm going to back up. Now I know you're dizzy. Alright, so over here's a bookcase with some stuff, songbooks, all kinds of stuff. My piano, electric piano, which I don't play nearly enough. And my electric fireplace. Okay, so let me stop this video and figure out how to then make this a tutorial for the Whimsical Watercolor Blooms. Thanks.